this time of year in the South, perfect fall football weather. And we've got the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
The 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down now. It's short, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drop from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Number 38, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, short. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 6 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the London first down.
Looking to throw. Howard. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
They'll run on first down. It's short. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Number 32 on the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, It's short and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Bulldogs nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
So they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. From the gun, Howard. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's a gain of 14.
First down, Bulldogs.
Mixon with a first down carry. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff looking right. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this a little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. To throw is Howard. Off play action. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's second.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Howard escaping the pressure right.
The quarterback on the spot.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's into the end zone for the touchdown.
T. Higgins.
His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And his kick is right through. So that drive goes 8 plays.
Bulldogs 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
That's not good enough, man.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass forced to the ground and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now he's forced outright. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were looking Jennings' way again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Howard. And he comes back with one complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And that's going to be good the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's Howard, operating from the gun. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Howard, looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And hitting Juju on the slant. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Falcons 17, Bulldogs 14.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three.
Sterling Hofrichter to kick off.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down and 10.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6. At the
From the gun, Howard. Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Howard throwing on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard
operating from the gun. Howard firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. From the gun, Howard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
A gain of 14.
A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw again. This pass complete to Higgins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second and 4 at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. A throw over the middle taken in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. I'll give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw is Howard. To throw on second down. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Howard. That's complete. Right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to throw. Howard. He'll nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback gets it.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. From the gun, Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
At 17.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. The catches for him just keep piling up in his career. He's now at 1,024. And that ties Isaac Bruce, the number that he had back in the day.
Yeah, part of the greatest show on turf. And remember, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt combined for nearly 2,000 catches in their careers. He might get to 2,000 himself with the numbers he's posting up there. Keeps himself in great shape. He might go for it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Short. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Ball carrier.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Howard now on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
operating
8.
from the gun. Howard. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Howard. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Howard. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense. Can't do that, man.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Howard. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Howard looking to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's short. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Short. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.